All right, everybody, let's jump right into it today. We're going to be looking at the Casino Gaming Manager interview. And this is going to be fun because it's not just your average, rundown of what you might think. We're going deep with all this material from RoleCatcher. They've got career guides, interview prep, even some cool AI stuff that we're going to be talking about that can help you really stand out as a candidate. So,
Yeah.
It's funny you should mention that because, what comes to mind is how tech-driven this industry's gotten.
Yeah.
You think of casino floor, you think chips and cards and all the fun stuff. The evolving regulations, keeping up with all that is a big part of this job.
I can imagine. So before we even get into how to nail the interview, let's take a step back. What does a casino gaming manager even do on a day-to-day basis? I took a peek at the career guide, and it looks pretty demanding.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's one of those high-pressure, high-reward roles. You're overseeing staff. You're enforcing gaming rules. And on top of that, you're making sure the entire operation is legally and financially in tip-top shape. It's not just about managing the games. It's about managing a risk, too.
Oh, wow. So no pressure. Right. But I guess that explains why the guide mentioned the earning potential is pretty good.
Yeah.
But also those long hours and the unpredictable schedule that comes with it. Definitely something to think about as we start diving into these questions. Speaking of which, let's jump into the first one that they gave us here. Walk me through your experience with casino operations. Seems simple enough, but I feel like there's got to be more to it than just listing off your past jobs, right?
Oh, absolutely. They want to see more than just a resume rundown here. They're looking for a deep understanding of how all the pieces of a casino fit together.
Okay, so what kind of story do we want to tell them?
Think about achievements that show you grasped the bigger picture. Maybe you streamlined a process, made things more efficient, or solved a really tricky customer issue. Even better if you can talk about implementing a new system that actually boosted revenue. Show them you're not just a worker bee, you're a thinker.
Okay, I like that. Show them you're a thinker. Now, I have a feeling this is going to be a common follow-up question. Something like, tell me about a time you had to enforce a gaming rule with a difficult customer. That feels like a tough one. How do we even approach that without sounding like a robot? Just reciting the rule book.
It is a tough one, but it's also a great opportunity to show off a couple things. First, your composure under pressure. And second, your knowledge of the rules. Briefly describe the situation, of course, but then focus on the steps you took. Highlight how you stuck to regulations while also keeping things from escalating. Did you explain the rule clearly? Maybe offer some alternatives. Make sure to document everything. They want to see you're a pro who can handle tough situations without losing your cool.
Okay, that makes sense. Stay calm, stick to the rules, document everything. All right, next question. How do you ensure the casino floor runs smoothly and efficiently? This feels like they're trying to get a sense of your management style.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's all about showcasing your ability to lead and to delegate effectively.
So how do we show them that?
Well, think about systems you've put in place in the past. Whether it's staff scheduling, delegating tasks, even using technology to track performance.
Oh, yeah, like using some kind of software to see how everyone's doing.
Exactly. Did you introduce any new training methods that really worked? Or streamline communication between teams?
Okay, I'm getting a clearer picture now. I bet they'll want a concrete example, though. Maybe they'll follow up with, describe a time you had to make a tough call to maintain order on the floor.
Perfect example. They want to see your decision-making process in action. What were the factors you considered? Was safety your top priority? Customer experience? Maybe the well-being of your staff? Did you have to consult with others, or did you make a judgment call on the spot? Walk them through your logic and highlight the positive outcome that came from your decision.
All right, so think it through, lay it out for them, and show how your decision led to a good result.
Got it. Okay, let's move on to another question. This one's about customer service, and I think it's one a lot of people struggle with. How do you handle difficult customers or situations on the casino floor? It just feels like a minefield. One wrong move and things could blow up.
It can be. It can be. But remember, casinos are all about the customer experience. They want to see that you can stay calm, professional, and that you can find solutions even under pressure. A real-life anecdote is going to be your best bet here.
Okay, so what kind of stories should we be pulling from our experience? Think about a time you actually turned a negative situation into a positive one. Did you manage to calm down an angry customer? Resolve a dispute between players? Maybe you went above and beyond to make someone's day. Focus on the actions you took and the positive outcome that resulted from your efforts.
So turn that negative into a positive. Now I'm wondering what kind of curveball follow-up question they might throw at us on this one.
Let me think. Maybe something like, have you ever had to ban a customer? How did you handle that? That's a tough one because it shows they want to see that you understand the seriousness of the situation, that you can follow procedures properly, but also that you can still treat the individual fairly.
Okay, so it's a balancing act. You got to be firm but fair. All right, moving on from difficult customers, let's talk about something that's a big deal in this industry. Regulations. Here's the question. How do you ensure the casino is compliant with all state and federal regulations?
This feels huge.
It is. This industry is under constant scrutiny. They want to see that you're not just aware of the rules, but that you actually champion compliance. So what's the best way to show them that?
Well, have you implemented any training programs for staff? Developed internal audits to keep everything in check? Have you worked with regulators directly?
It sounds like they're looking for someone who's proactive, not reactive.
Exactly.
What kind of follow-up question could really test that?
Maybe they'll ask about your familiarity with specific regulations. For example, they could say, what are your procedures for identifying and reporting suspicious activity related to money laundering? That's a big one. Be prepared to showcase your in-depth knowledge and the systems you've used to maintain a squeaky clean operation.
Okay, so know your stuff inside and out. Wow, this is intense but really helpful stuff. Before we go on, I just want to remind everyone listening about RoleCatcher's AI. It can be a lifesaver when it comes to tailoring your answers to specific jobs.
Oh, absolutely. Their system is amazing. It analyzes job descriptions and picks out the must-have skills and experience for each role. So you can focus on the parts of your background that are most relevant to this particular casino and this particular position.
So it's not just about practicing. It's about practicing smart.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, let's tackle some more of these questions. What's next? Okay, so this next question is interesting. Can you discuss your experience with budgeting and cost management? It's a casino, so I'm guessing it's not just about counting chips at the roulette table, right?
No, not quite. This one's all about showcasing your financial smarts. They want to see that you understand how a casino actually makes money.
So more than just knowing how to play the games.
Yeah, exactly. Have you managed budgets before? Negotiated contracts? Found ways to cut costs without sacrificing quality? Those are the things they're looking for.
Okay, so paint a picture of yourself as a savvy financial person. Someone who can handle the money side of things. Now, I bet a follow-up question could be something like, describe a time you had to make difficult budget cuts. How did you approach that? That sounds tough.
It is a tough one, but it's a chance to show them you can make tough decisions and that you can think strategically. Explain your process. Did you analyze data? Did you consult with different departments? Did you have to prioritize essential services over others? They want to see that you can make those tough choices, but also minimize any negative impact.
Right, make the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something else that's really important. Creating a safe and welcoming environment. Here's the question. How do you ensure the casino provides a safe and secure environment for guests and employees?
Okay, this is a multi-layered one. It's about physical safety, of course, having good security protocols, surveillance systems, emergency preparedness, but it's also about creating a culture of responsibility.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Do you promote responsible gaming practices? Train staff to identify potential issues? It's about being proactive, not just reactive.
Got it. So it's about safety, but also about responsible gaming and being proactive. Speaking of proactive, what kind of follow-up question could they ask to see how we handle those tricky situations?
Maybe something like, describe a time you had to respond to a security incident. What steps did you take?
Okay, so they want to hear about a specific situation.
Yeah, this is your chance to shine. Detail how you think quickly, your communication skills, your ability to stay calm under pressure. And of course that you can follow protocol.
So quick thinking, clear communication, and following the rules. All right, let's move on to something a little more fun. Teams. Here's the question. How do you motivate and engage employees to ensure they're delivering exceptional customer service? Because happy employees equals happy customers, right?
Absolutely. You got it. This is all about your leadership style and understanding what makes people tick.
Okay, so how do we show them that we know how to motivate a team?
Do you create opportunities for growth? Do you recognize and reward achievements? Encourage open communication? Share specific examples of programs or initiatives you've put in place to boost morale and performance?
Oh yeah, like team building exercises or special rewards programs.
Exactly. Things like that.
Now, what about those employees who aren't quite meeting expectations? I bet they'll ask something like, describe a time you had to address an employee who wasn't providing good customer service. What was your approach?
That's a classic one. It's all about showing your coaching and mentoring skills. Focus on your ability to give constructive feedback, to set clear expectations, and to support the employee's improvement.
So it's not just about reprimanding them, it's about helping them get better.
Right, exactly. Did you offer additional training, maybe adjust the responsibilities a bit? Did you document the conversation? All those things are important.
Okay, document everything. That's definitely a theme here. Okay, let's switch gears again and talk about marketing. The question is, can you discuss your experience with marketing and promotions in a casino environment? Time to get creative right.
Haha. Yeah, this is where you get to show off a little bit. You need to show that you understand the casino market, how to attract new customers, but also how to keep those existing customers coming back.
So what kind of experience should we be talking about here?
Have you developed any targeted promotions, launched any successful advertising campaigns, used social media effectively? What about loyalty programs? Those are all good things to mention.
Okay, so show them, how to get the word out and how to keep people coming back for more. Now, I'm curious, what kind of follow-up question could really dig into our marketing savvy?
Maybe they'll ask, what are some emerging trends in casino marketing? And how would you incorporate them into your strategies?
Oh, that's a good one.
They want to see you're a forward thinker, that you're constantly learning and adapting to new technologies and customer preferences.
Okay, so stay up to date on the latest trends. Now, let's not forget about those high rollers, the VIPs. The question is, can you discuss your experience with VIP programs in a casino environment? It's all about creating that exclusive high-end experience, right?
Exactly. They want to see that you understand how important it is to build relationships with these valuable players.
Okay, so how do we show them that we know how to handle the VIPs?
Have you managed VIP programs before? Developed personalized rewards? Hosted special events just for them? Highlight your experience in catering to their unique needs.
All right, so treat them like royalty. What kind of follow-up question could really test our VIP expertise?
Maybe. How do you balance the needs of VIP players with the needs of the general casino population?
Oh, that's a tricky one.
It is. It's about finding that balance, making sure everyone feels valued, but also giving that extra attention to your top players.
Okay, so everyone's important, but some are more important than others.
Right. Gotta make everyone feel special.
All right, last question for this section, and it's a big one. Can you discuss your experience with casino revenue management? This feels like it's all about the bottom line.
It is.
Yeah.
This is where you demonstrate your financial skills and your ability to maximize profitability.
Okay, so show me the money.
Exactly. Have you analyzed financial data, developed pricing strategies, optimized the mix of games offered, implemented any revenue management systems?
So we need to show that we understand the numbers and how to use them to the casino's advantage.
Exactly.
What kind of follow-up question could really put those financial skills to the test?
Maybe. Describe a time you identified a revenue opportunity or addressed a revenue shortfall. What actions did you take?
Okay, so a specific example of how we've used our financial know-how to make a positive impact.
Exactly.
Wow, that was a marathon of interview questions. Before we move on to the next section, let's remind our listeners how RoleCatcher can help them prepare for all of this.
Oh, yeah. RoleCatcher is amazing. It's like having a personal coach in your pocket. Their AI analyzes those job descriptions and pulls out the keywords and skills that employers are looking for. Then it helps you tailor your resume and practice your answers to hit all those key points.
So it's about working smarter, not harder. I like that. But even with the best preparation, interviews can be nerve-wracking. What can we do to really boost our confidence and make a killer first impression? Luckily, our career guide has some great tips on that. Okay, so we've talked about the skills and the experience, but even with all that, walking into that interview room can still feel pretty intimidating, kind of like stepping up to a high-stakes poker table. What does the career guide say about making a killer first impression?
Well, first off, it stresses how important punctuality is. Arriving early shows respect for their time, and it just looks professional.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person rushing in all flustered. Okay, so we're on time. What about appearance? I'm assuming a suit and tie is still the standard in this industry.
Oh, absolutely. Even if the casino itself has a more relaxed dress code, the guide recommends going for that professional look for the interview. It shows you're serious about the opportunity.
Got it. Dress to impress. Okay, so we're on time, we're looking sharp. What about the actual conversation? Any tips on projecting confidence and handling those nerves?
Well, the guide suggests practicing your answers out loud beforehand. That way you'll feel more comfortable and natural when you're actually in the hot seat.
Okay, practice makes perfect.
And remember, nerves are normal. Everyone gets them, even seasoned professionals. Just take a deep breath. Focus on connecting with the interviewers. And let your passion for the industry shine through.
Yeah, that's good advice. Let that passion show. Speaking of passion, I'm curious what the guide says about long-term success in this field. Is it all about climbing the ladder and becoming a casino mogul?
You know, it's interesting. The guide actually emphasizes the importance of continuous learning. Staying ahead of industry trends, pursuing certifications, things like the Certified Gaming Manager or the Certified Gaming Industry Professional.
Oh, wow. I didn't know about those.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. Attending conferences, networking, all of that is key to building a successful career in this industry.
So it's not just about getting the job, it's about what you do after that.
Exactly. It's about building a career.
I wonder if RoleCatcher has any tools that can help with that ongoing development.
They do. They have this really cool feature called Career Compass. It helps you explore different career paths, identify skills you might need to acquire, and it even suggests relevant courses or certifications you could pursue.
Wow, so it's like a personalized roadmap for your career.
Exactly.
That's amazing. So RoleCatcher is not just a one-time tool for landing the job. It's a resource that can help you grow and evolve throughout your entire career.
That's right. And don't forget, their AI can also analyze your performance in past interviews, which is really helpful for identifying areas where you can improve. And you can fine-tune your approach for future opportunities. It's like having a personal coach who helps you learn from every experience.
That's fantastic. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today. From understanding what a casino gaming manager actually does to tackling those tough interview questions. Any final words of wisdom for our aspiring casino gaming managers out there?
I would say remember what this industry is all about. It's about creating those exceptional experiences for guests. So showcase your passion, your leadership skills, your commitment to compliance, and your ability to think strategically, and above all, be confident. You got this.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And of course, don't forget RoleCatcher. It's your secret weapon in this high-stakes game. Their AI-powered tools can give you the edge you need to stand out from the competition and land that dream job in this exciting and dynamic industry.
So go out there, ace that interview, and get ready to deal yourself a winning hand in your casino career.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of casino gaming manager interviews. We hope you found this information valuable and insightful. Don't forget to check out RoleCatcher's free resources and unlock your full potential in this exciting field. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.